Have you ever stopped to think about what's actually powering you right now? Every thought, every single heartbeat, where does that energy come from? Well, today, we're going to take a journey deep, deep inside your cells to find the tiny engine that runs it all.
I mean, seriously, think about it. How does the apple you just ate turn into the energy you need to process these very words? It's not magic. It's this beautiful, super complex process happening inside you at this very moment.
And at the heart of it all is this molecule, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. You can just think of it as the energy cache for your body. It's the rechargeable battery that your cells use to pay for absolutely everything they do. From a tiny bacterium to a giant whale, ATP is what makes life go.
And the sheer scale of this is, well, it's just mind-boggling. This isn't something that happens once in a while. It's the constant hum of life itself, happening trillions of times a second in your body. So, how on earth does this energy get made?
To figure that out, we need to shrink down, way down, and travel deep inside one of your cells. First stop, the cellular power plant.
So here we are, floating through the cytoplasm, heading straight for that little bean-shaped thing, the mitochondrion. You probably remember this from biology class as the powerhouse of the cell. And trust me, it has definitely earned that nickname. This is where the real action happens.
But we're not stopping there. To see the actual engine, we have to go even deeper, to those winding, folded membranes on the inside of the mitochondria. Tucked away in these folds are millions of tiny, incredible biological machines. And one of them is the hero of our story today. It's a true masterpiece of natural engineering. You know, this quote just says it all. Biologists are genuinely in awe of this thing. It's not just some static chemical. It's a real spinning motor, and it's so elegant and so critical that you can't help but be impressed. So let's zoom in on this molecular marvel, the ATP synthesis, and see how it works its magic. All right, so this machine basically has two main parts. You've got the FO part, which is stuck in the membrane and acts like a rotor. Yeah, it actually spins. And that's connected to the F1 part, which is where the real business happens. That's the part that actually builds the ATP molecules. So, what makes it spin? The answer is protons. See, other processes are constantly pumping protons into the space between the mitochondrions' membranes. This creates a ton of pressure, a massive store of potential energy. It's just like water building up behind a huge dam.
And this is where the genius comes in. Those protons all want to flow back to where it's less crowded. The only way they can do that is by rushing through the FO rotor. That flow of protons forces the rotor to spin at an unbelievable speed. As it spins, a little stalk connected to it literally shoves the F1 unit, forcing it to change shape. And that physical change, that mechanical force, is what smashes a used-up ADP and a phosphate back together, recharging it into a full-powered ATP. It's this perfect conversion of energy from one form to another.
And we are talking about some serious speed here. This tiny motor spins so fast it can churn out over 100 molecules of ATP every single second. Each one is an absolute powerhouse.
Okay, so we've seen the final, incredible step, but where do those protons that power the motor even come from? Well, for that, we have to zoom back out a bit and look at the bigger picture.
It all comes back to the food we eat. The whole process is fueled by breaking down molecules like glucose, sugar. The entire point of what we call cellular respiration is to carefully take this molecule apart to release all the energy stored inside it. And this happens in three main acts. First, in the cytoplasm, glycolysis literally splits the glucose in half. Then, inside the mitochondria, the Krebs cycle breaks those halves down even more, harvesting a bunch of high-energy electrons. And finally, the electron transport chain uses the energy from those electrons to do the work of pumping all those protons across the membrane, building up the dam that powers our amazing ATP synthase motor.
So, when you boil it all down, the whole reaction is actually pretty simple. We take in glucose from food and oxygen from the air. Our cells use them to produce the carbon dioxide we breathe out, a little water, and, most importantly, all the ATP that keeps us alive and kicking.
And this really puts it all into perspective. See, those first two stages, they only make a tiny bit of ATP directly. Their main job is just setting the stage for the grand finale. The huge energy payoff, we're talking 30 to 34 ATPs for every single glucose molecule, that all comes from the electron transport chain and our hero, ATP synthase.
Okay, for our final act, let's zoom out one last time. Because this tiny process happening in your cells has consequences on a massive planetary scale.
Just look at this. It's this incredible, perfect symmetry. You have cellular respiration breaking down sugar to release energy, and on the flip side, you have photosynthesis, using sunlight's energy to build that sugar. The outputs of one process are the exact inputs for the other. They're a perfect pair.
So yeah, they're opposites, but they're also partners in this incredible dance of life. They're both about moving energy around, they both involve ATP, and of course, plants are the masters of both. They make their food with photosynthesis and then break it down for energy with respiration, just like we do. Together, they power pretty much all life on this planet. And when you put them together on a global scale, you get the engine of the carbon cycle. Photosynthesis pulls carbon out of the air to build things, and respiration puts it back. It's like the breathing of the entire planet.
It's just an amazing thought, isn't it? The spinning of a microscopic motor inside a single one of your cells is directly connected to the very air we breathe and the climate of our entire world. It really is all connected.
So, the next time you take a breath or eat a meal, just take a second. Remember that elegant, ancient motor spinning away inside trillions of your cells, powering your every moment. It really makes you wonder, right? What other unbelievable secrets are just hiding inside us, waiting to be discovered?